But one thing that I'm so grateful for is this company that I'm partnering, and that is Market Australia, Market America. And this company has taught me so much about health and nutrition, but also this TLS program that we're going to be sharing with you. And Sarah, my fellow coach, and I are, and also Lily here, have been trained to teach people about the TLS program, which means that we are able to coach you personally or in a group setting to help you achieve your wellness and weight loss goals. To me, it's not just a business. It's become like a mission and assignment, you know, to help people become healthy and well, because I know what it feels like to be sick. And not only that, like my dad, he had cancer when I was only 16. And because of his illness, I really saw that when he became so sick, life was just difficult. So it's really out of my personal experiences that I'm, you know, passionate about doing this. And now, as a health coach, as a transformation facilitator, I've been sort of committed to helping people in different areas of their lives, but certainly health and nutrition, weight loss and wellness management is my core values. So today, I would like to share a little bit about your guide to healthy weight loss. So obviously, under the umbrella of total wellness, healthy weight loss is what we are focusing on today, which, because we only have short time, but if you're interested in the other areas, we can obviously talk more about it, you know, on a one-on-one basis. Now, what are your goals? How many of you here want to lose weight? Show of hand, who wants to lose weight? Most of you, yeah, want to lose weight. So ask yourself, how much weight do you want to lose? Like, you know, when we talk about losing weight, as I said again, not just a number on the scale, like how many kilos, how many pounds, not just that. Think about body fat percentage. Think about your centimeters of your, you know, your hip, your thigh, your, you know, waist, all that as well. And then how will your life be different when you achieve your weight loss goals? Now, I want you to visualize now. Because now you're maybe a little bit overweight, maybe you're a bit unhealthy, even though you may not be overweight. What will your life be like when you become a lot healthier? When you're more, you know, energetic, more vitality, when you achieve your weight loss goals, your percentage fat goals, and all of that, will your life be different? Yeah, can someone share with me? What do you think? Maybe one person can share. What do you think your life will look a little bit different if you achieve your weight loss goals? Anyone?
You'll be lighter.
You'll be lighter? So in essence, that's a really good answer. Not just lighter in terms of weight, but lighter in terms of like relaxation. I don't know. But yeah, you'll be lighter. But anyway, so it just is something that would be good for you to keep in your mind, because your why can actually help you to achieve your goals. So if you know your why do I want to lose weight? What will it look like? So begin with the end in mind. That will help you, you know, in the process of losing weight, because it's not an easy process, because you need to, you know, work hard to do it. So what are your struggles? I mean, for any one of us who are not healthy or want to lose weight, there are certainly struggles. And on the left-hand side, you know, if you take a look at it and see how many ticks you have. Do you think you have too much to do for everyone else and maybe not much time for yourself? In terms of self-care revolution, that's what I experienced. I gave myself to so many other things before, whether I was in my previous work, in ministry, in helping other people, to a point that I was burned out. I was so drained in my energy, and I was not able to function properly. I had to totally just shut down. So that was my first thing. I struggled with that. And I sometimes still find myself struggling with that. And that's something a lot of women, men, I don't know, but men sometimes too, but women have that issues, right? We like to help people to a point that, you know, we actually don't care much about ourselves. So that's very important. Number two, you don't have time to exercise. How many of you can say that you don't have time to exercise? Raise your hand. So you can do exercise, that's good. Yeah, so quite a few of you feel that, but I would ask you, okay, if you feel that you don't have time to exercise, think about what will happen if you don't do exercise. As a result, you know, you get sick long term. It's not worth it. Exercise is very important. That's why this is a group that I come, you know, with Marta and Thomas. We do Zumba here, we do Zumba in Caroline Springs. It's very important to at least, you know, have some exercise, some form of exercise. Sarah can tell you more about it later. She's very good at that. And I don't cook, or I don't like to cook, is actually an excuse. I mean, you don't like to cook, maybe some people shouldn't cook, but because I don't know how to cook, that's true. I mean, you know, we all have to learn. But even if you don't like to cook, at least, you know, do some simple meals, or if you eat out, eat some healthy meals. And we actually have very good resources that we can provide you with our TLS system, how you can actually eat healthier even when you eat out more than, you know, if you don't like to cook. And I spend a lot of time at work. That's a common thing. I've tried to diet, but nothing has worked. I've fallen off the wagon. A lot of people have that experience, as well as, you know, make poor food choices. That is a very common thing. So out of all of that, think about what you are going through and experiencing. And on the right-hand side, we've got what we call 5 factors. These 5 factors, we start from the top, portion size. Now, portion size is something that is very interesting because according to statistics in Australia and America in particular, Western country, the size of portion, like on our plate, is actually 2/3 more than it should be to our consumption. So do you know what a portion size should be for our daily sort of main course, main meal? Okay, we need to have the size of 2 hands of vegetables, like the size of your hands, like palm. That much, at least, minimum. And not only that, it's 4 to 9 servings of different colors. The more colors, the better. So that's like Mediterranean diet, and we'll talk a little bit about the low GI diet as well, which is fantastic. It's an amazing diet that we should all be committed to doing. And then in terms of carbohydrate, you can only have, if you want to be sort of fixing to a good portion size, the size of your, this feast here. So if you have rice or pasta, I mean, I know as an Asian, I eat a lot of rice, right? Must be more than that. So that is already more portion size than that, right? And then protein would be about this size. So whether it's like a piece of meat, a piece of steak, okay? So that's just a rough idea. Obviously, it's not like a be-all or end-all, but you know, you have a rough idea. So based on that, how many of you could tell me your portion size is more than what it should be? I think with all the hands are going up, right? Yeah, Alfie.
Sometimes.
You eat a lot more than that, right?
Oh, sometimes
but anyway,
I only have a bowl of oats.
yeah, so, but then, let me tell you this. This is actually a side note. That's not healthy. Skipping meal or have something, you know, that is not consistent, it's also going to be not helpful for your weight loss too, but we can talk about that later.
With
So
blueberries.
that's the first one.
With blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries is good. And the second one is yo-yo dieting. Do you know what yo-yo dieting is? Yo-yo dieting is people that actually, exactly what Health was sort of talking a little bit about. I can eat like 2 kilos or 1 kilo of big steak on one night, and then next day I only just have like a handful of blueberries. Now that can actually cause yo-yo dieting. You know why? Because we are actually building fat storage when we do the big meals. And then our metabolism actually goes down, which means our muscle mass actually will reduce if we have this yo-yo dieting. So that's why in a lot of weight loss programs, unlike TLS out there, they will just give you meal replacement. You know, meal replacement would be like the protein diet, just shakes on its own and tell you, you can have the protein shakes for 3 meals a day, nothing else. And that will definitely cause yo-yo dieting. The reason is, for the short period of time when you're going through those maybe 7 days, 14 days of the special weight loss program, you would definitely lose weight for sure. But then when you go back to your normal life, your real life, you can't sustain yourself, you know, for having only meal replacement, can you? And then because of that, a lot of people would binge because you're deprived, you know, those 7 days. Binge, and then they go right up, and then that's yo-yo dieting. It's like a yo-yo, you know. So metabolism is not, yeah. So that's the number 2 issue. So if you are considering a weight loss program, look at the long-term sustainable system, not just, you know, short-term. Because if it is short-term, you can lose weight in 7 days, no worries. But then after that, you gain the weight back worse than before. I've seen many of my friends done that, you know. And I know a lot of people in TLS program in the US. I mean, in Australia, it's still pretty new. We haven't got a lot of stories that we can tell yet, but I've been reading up the blog. A lot of people have been able to sustain after using so many other programs out there that they failed because of that yo-yo dieting. Number 3, stress. How many of you know that stress actually causes fat storage? Because when we are stressed, the cortisol and adrenaline, all that actually produce fat, especially in our visceral fat area of organs. stress is something that causes, weight gain as well. So that's why in our program we teach people about mindfulness, we teach people about behavior modification, we teach people about relaxation techniques as well. Number 4, processed food. Do you know that processed food can actually cause a lot of havoc inside your body? Processed food like, nuggets or like, things that are in the supermarket that you buy that is not real food, real meat or real stuff. They are the kind of foods that will cause not only a reduction of nutrition and vitamins and minerals, it actually causes your fat storage to go up as well. So I would highly recommend that you go for real healthy fresh fruit. And if you don't have 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables or vitamin minerals, fresh ones, I highly recommend supplements. And the kind of supplements you also need to consider that it has to be good with your bioavailability, not just any kind of good old tablets. And we can talk more about that later. The last one, but not least, is what we call sedentary lifestyle. And so many of us are so busy that we don't move. Like, we sit in front of a computer 8 hours a day. After work, we sit in front of the TV. We don't move. And it's a very common lifestyle for many people. That's why when I was very sick, as I said, I probably wasn't overweight, but I was sick, and that's still not, a lot of people say, oh, you're skinny, but skinny doesn't mean healthy or fit. When I was skinny, my body fat percentage was high because, it's not to do with the look, as the tennis scale can tell you. A lot of models that are very skinny, but they are obese. That's very interesting. So anyway, for me, that's my experience. I lived a very sedentary lifestyle for a long time. I actually never did exercise. Purely not is an excuse because of the fact that since a young girl onwards, as I mentioned, because I was never trained to be an exercise person because of my hole in my heart, and even after my surgery, I was always, very cautious about doing exercise. It wasn't until 3 years ago, the person who introduced me to this wonderful company that I was sharing, Market Australia, Eric Bailey, who is a very fit person, and his wife as well. He's a basketball player, and he was telling me, well, for you to be healthy, you're advocating health, you need to do exercise. So he actually started me on to this journey of going to the gym. In fact, we actually both went into fitness first together. When we went to Westfield Shopping Centre, we did that. Anyway, so I started my gym journey, my running. Last year I did my first 5K run, and it was just a whole new life, and I feel so much more healthier and energetic and all that. And thanks to Marta and Thomas, I started doing a lot of Zumba and different types of exercise as well. So I encourage you, like for those of you, don't want you to show off your hands, you know that yourself, if you're not actually doing enough exercise, you need to get into that, right? So that's basically the 5 struggles. So how many of you can tell me all 5 you are able to fulfill, you don't have any issue with them, or any of them? No way, right? So if you only have one, if you only have portion size issue, then you've got work to do. And if you have 5 issues, then you've got a lot of work to do. Probably the 10-liter scale will tell you that you're not healthy when we do the measurement, okay? So that's what the struggles are, by and large, for a lot of us who want to be healthy and to lose weight. Now, where does weight loss go wrong? Really, there's no one size fits all. There are so many programs out there that tells us, oh, you can just have 3 protein shakes a day, or you starve yourself to death, you don't eat, or just eat this and that. No. It's not one size fits all. That's why some people have more commitment. They can actually spend more time to go to the gym 3 times a week. Others can only maybe go once a week. It's just everyone is different. And in terms of budget as well, some people can afford to buy fresher, organic food, or they can grow in their own garden, and obviously that would be healthier. And we've got different types of products that are what we call accelerators. I've got them here. You can take a look later afterwards if you like. Depending on your budget as well, so that's not one size fits all. So what we have is what we call a questionnaire dietary profile. Depending on your commitment level, depending on your budget, depending on how fast, how slow, and how much time you can devote, and how much effort you can devote, you can then decide. There are five different ones. We've got rapid results, we've got detox style food, sure and steady, fast shredder, and we've got continued commitment. Like Sarah and I, we've already achieved our healthy weight. Then we still need to continue to commit to it. If we don't, then we can easily still continue to get worse or like not healthy. So that's important. Yeah. So that's why I would encourage you to approach to the person who invited you here to do this dietary profile so that you know where you're at, and we'll do a measurement so that you know where you're at as well. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, a lot of commercial weight loss programs actually place an emphasis to only what you eat. That means, they tell you, you eat the protein shakes, you eat this, you eat that. They don't teach you how to eat, and that is what we teach. How to eat is more important than what to eat, because what we're advocating here is a lifestyle. And you need to change your lifestyle, not just what you eat. Okay, so that is important. So because of that, this leaves a huge void for people when they leave the program. So a lot of this program is only like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 12 weeks. When they leave, they're at a loss. They don't know what to do anymore. Whereas with us, after our 12-week programs, like even Sarah and I are doing this coaching program, three people that have done only 2 or 3 times, they're already starting to have a lifestyle change, and that is important. Lifestyle change is important. And because of that, some people still, after their protein shakes or whatever it is, a program that they have in a short period of time that they were able to lose weight, after that few weeks, they go back to their real life, then they would say, I want to binge, because all that kind of thing. Food, they still make food mistakes and all of that. And then many programs also focus on weight loss, which is only the numbers on the scale, whether it's kilos or pounds, and that's not good enough. Because let me tell you, when I started doing gym work and I do some weight training, I actually gained weight, and that was a good thing because I was always underweight, right? So I gained weight to an ideal weight, and that doesn't mean that I've gained fat percentage. My body fat percentage reduced, but my weight increased because of my muscle. Not yet, I still want to build more muscle. But you know what I mean? So it's very important. We're all, work in progress, but we are needing to really, go towards a direction of optimal health. The word optimal health is not just about, a standard healthy weight scale numbers, not just that. You need to be optimally healthy, meaning that all of your organs in your body, your cells, your energy level, your physical, emotional health, all of that has to be totally, balanced. So that's basically that. And this little part, which is very important, muscle dictates your metabolism, not fat. So if you don't have enough muscle in your body, then your metabolism will definitely be slowing down. And how do you build your muscle? Apart from obviously doing exercise, we have accelerators like the protein shakes and other things that can actually accelerate your protein intake alongside it. That will help you, because we've got, this is a fantastic shakes which gives you a lot of fibers and proteins. There's this saying, if you've got pen and paper, write this down. I love it very much. And it is, if you want to lose weight, protein, if you have everyday protein and fiber in every meal, makes weight loss no big deal. To have protein and fiber in every meal makes weight loss no big deal. A lot of people think, I can just have protein because I'm, gaining weight. But no, you need to have fibers as well. Carbohydrates, good carbohydrates are important as well. But for those that are mainly looking at losing weight, these two are definitely essential. But if you want to have a balanced lifestyle, when you're in continued commitment, then obviously carbohydrate and all the other starch and all that are important as well. But we've got fat strata, which I will share a little bit about. You don't eat carbohydrates if you want 14 days just to have really fast results. We'll go to that a bit later. So what is TLS weight loss solution? It's actually a very comprehensive, customizable, what we call personalized system that helps individuals to achieve their weight loss programs as well as their goals. So it's teaching you 3 very important things. Low GI approach. We'll talk a little bit about low GI in a minute. And what that is in a nutshell is it consists of fruits, vegetables, beans, lean proteins, dairy, and healthy fats. So a lot of people think, fats are not good. I want like fat-free, milk fat-free, whatever. It's not true. It's actually sugar or processed sugar that are not good for you. If you choose between like low fat or full cream fat milk, full cream can be more healthy in some cases. So it's very important for you to understand good and bad fats. So in our program, we teach you all of that in terms of nutrition and training as well. And it also helps you change your ways to look at things, your lifestyle, to improve your health, understanding your behaviors as well, because when we talk about weight loss, it's not just about, you know, eating less, doing a lot of exercise. It's also about your mindset, your mentality, your mental capacity to do it. Because I've seen people time and time again, they are very obese, they say they're committed, but then when it comes to actually doing the program, they binge, they eat junk food, and they don't do exercise. And they say, I'm committed, I want to lose weight. And because they actually, the mindset, they're not there. So we train that. We have behavior modification. We have a very good journal that we encourage people to write, you know, day 1, day 2, the whole 12 week to write down, you know, their struggle. And then we have personal coaches like us that we encourage them, we support them, we challenge them, we push them, we praise them, whatever we need to do. So that's important. So this program is very different from many others in the market. It's what we call our unique way of having that either one-on-one or one to a group, peer support, mentoring and supporting and coaching. Because if you just buy some proteins or whatever detox out there in the market, if you want to just rely on yourself to do it, it's very difficult. If you have some people that are trained, certified, you know, to be able to actually walk alongside you, that are committed to your success in weight loss, it's a lot, the success rate is a lot higher. Okay, so it also you know, has a lot of really good materials, as we mentioned, or you can take a look at that later. Now, this is a very important slide that you need to learn about, and this is what we call why we advocate for low GI impact. Now, low GI impact actually has a 40-year history of research showing that it's actually superior comparing to many other weight loss programs. And so it helps to lose not only fat, weight, but fat as well. Because if you actually do a lot of research, and I've done a lot of research since I've started this program, many of the programs out there, commercial programs, would help you to lose weight. But once again, I know that I'm like a broken record, but it's important for you to understand it's not just the numbers on the scale, but the full body inner health. This is what the low GI impact can help you to achieve. Low GI impact has 2 components, and if you come to our program, week 1 will talk about that in particular. Week 2, yeah? Week 1 is detox, week 2 is low GI. We talk about low glycemic index impact and low glycemic impact index. So these 2 are very important. One is about quality, one is about quantity, yeah, of the food that you eat, including, you know, the fruits, vegetables, legumes, and different types of very important sugar level. And it is also you know, measuring that, and determines how your blood sugar level will be as a result of your low GI food. If you have a high GI food, then it will increase your blood sugar level. And blood sugar level actually affects our energy level. So for those of you who feel, oh, I just don't have energy during the day, even though I eat enough, I do exercise, it could be because you're not eating well, not eating right. We need to eat lean and clean. We need to eat low GI, that's why. But if you want to know more, I would highly recommend that you know, join our 12-week program. You can learn a lot more about low GI. And we're not also talking about a calorie-based program, and that is very important, because so many programs only count calories, and that is not the way to do it, because when you count calories, you're not looking at you know, a healthy fat loss program or lifestyle change. And you will be feeling so stressed, and like every single thing that you eat, okay, how many calories, how many calories, how many calories, oh God, it's like, just cannot imagine. It's good news for this program, TLS, we don't have to count calories, really. And high fiber, clean and lean, and focus on fat loss. Yeah. So that's basically that. And we also have very good fat burning zone programs, which basically teaches you, if you have a lot of the resources that we have. So how that works is, okay, our blood sugar, it goes up, it spikes up. If you have high sugar levels, things like your cakes, your pizza, hot dogs and all that. So that's number 4, that's your burning zone. So when that happens, then it actually leads to zapping of your energy. Have you experienced that or maybe you've got kids that experience that, like they have a lot of chocolates and sugar, suddenly they're like, oh, and then it comes down like it's just like a crash in energy. So that's what happens there. And when that happens, then you're actually leaving your fat burning zone. See here, I'm just pointing. It's ideal for weight loss. So you always want to be here if you are wanting to lose weight. So 1, 2, 3 there. And then if you go up there, that means you don't want to actually go to high GI food or even medium GI food, because if you stay in low, then you're always in 1, 2, 3. But once you actually hit high GI, I mean, we always say, forgive yourself. I mean, obviously, every now and then you would still be, I don't advocate binging. I know some people binge, like they just, but at least, okay, give yourself, you know, you can once a week, 20-80 rule. Have you heard of that? That means 20%, you can have what you like, okay? You can have a bit of, you know, vodka. Or cakes or whatever, but 80% of your time, that means, okay, Monday to Friday at least, you have to have low GI if you're committed to your weight loss, okay? And then, so then what happens is, 6 and 7, then once you actually come back to low GI, then you will have a balanced diet, okay? So does that make sense? This is very important. I would highly recommend that when you go home, go Google low GI food, learn all you can about it.